was gonna put.
There we go.
We live. We
Now
live,
we
baby.
live.
I guess we've been live for 50 seconds.
50 seconds, man. Well, hey, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Family Talk. Let's discuss it. The Family Barbecue. It's your boy B, the CEO. It look like we got some issues with our accounts here real quick. But yeah, it's B, the CEO. While I get some technical difficulties fixed, you got my brother next to me here, Nick the Legend. Then right below me, you got Mr. Mike Unhinged, Mr. Friday Night Lights. My boy tapped in last night, let us know he was home. And then you got Mr. Who Loves Your Baby, Telly.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Let me
Good morning.
before we do anything else, let me fix these streaming. I don't know why we having problems with them all of a sudden. We is live on YouTube, though, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we are live on YouTube. Well, let me go ahead and fix the...
Yeah, it's not showing up on Facebook.
Yeah, we got to get you right on Facebook. We need our Facebook fans to tap in with us real quick. Where's my assistant?
She ain't ear hustling today.
Nah, she ain't. Hey, when I need her, she ain't gonna be here hustling. She be nowhere to be found when I need her, but when I don't need her, she right there on my hip.
Oh man.
So what you're saying is she like the police.
No, he's saying she need to tighten up.
That's my girl, though, man. That's my girl.
Don't need them. They everywhere. When you need them, they ain't be found.
Rated on Facebook for this. Delete it. No, I don't want to delete nothing.
Why is that, you think? Like, I can be driving and I see 100 people speeding like a motherfucker. No cop in sight. As soon as I go 5 to 7 over the speed limit, they behind me like where the hell you come from?
That's that Murphy's Law.
You want to go ahead and hit the intro?
Hold on, Nick, because I think I just fixed it. Hold on. Save changes. I think we good on Facebook now. Hold on, let me remove Mike because we know we gotta have Mike fans come on.
That's what we do it for.
That's what we do it for. We do it
for the peoples, man.
I think we good now. We should be on Facebook. Somebody tap in on Facebook, see if we live on Facebook.
It's on. I just seen it.
It's on.
Up. Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Everybody on Facebook, hey, welcome to Family Talk. Let's discuss it. Your boy B, the CEO. Once again, Nick the Legend, Mr. Who Loves Your Baby, Telly, and Mr. Mike Unhinged. Welcome. We finna get into the ugly double standard today, and what that means is that we talking about us. And when I mean by us, we talking about black folk. We talking about black folk. We always talking about everybody else when we talk about a pod. Today we talk about us. So y'all tap in, y'all pull in with us as soon as we hit this intro video by none other than Tony Ultra. If you're looking for any of his music, he is on all streaming platforms. We just want to salute Tony Ultra for dropping music on our shows and giving us sound. So y'all get comfortable, y'all tap in, and we'll be back, man. It's Family Talk. Let's discuss it. Let's get it.
Nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good.
Man, it is definitely all good. Every time I hear that intro, it just make you want to bob your head, man. I talked to Tony Ocha the other day. He was like, "Y'all think about changing the intro song of All Good?" I said, "No, we love All Good. That's our identity is All Good." So no. Shout out to Tony Ocha. I love me some All Good, man. So we finna tap into some mental health chat real quick. Mental health check, and please, everybody that's listening, everybody that will be listening or do catch the stream, please drop your mental health check. As Family Talk, let's discuss it. We want to know how y'all are doing mentally, not just knowing what you're doing, but how you're doing mentally. So we're gonna start with Nick the Legend, man. What's your mental health check today, 1 to 10?
It's always out of 10. It's all good.
It's all good. That's perfect, man. Mr. Who Loves Your Baby, Telly. How you feeling today, man? Mental health check, 1 to 10.
Got a 10 going on today, After I'm done here with this, got to get the boy up. We got to get ready for that football game he got today.
That's what's up. What position he playing?
Right now, he play both sides of the ball. He play linebacker, outside linebacker, and tight end, which he didn't know that was my position. I'm like, you following in dad's footsteps. Both positions I played in high school.
That's what's up. Good morning, Christy. Drop that mental health check 1 to 10. We want to see how you doing. Mr. Mike Unhinged, my boy, Mr. Friday Night Lights. Saturday morning.
Listen, I got me a Yeti cup, so we gonna say it. Yeah.
Yeti cups are good. I got like one of the little can. It looked like a can, but you can slide another can into it.
Bro, this thing, I like this thing. This thing right here, nice and lit. So I got me new Yeti
cups. It's expensive though. They expensive.
I ain't. It's work paid for that.
Hey.
Boy, y'all showing y'all age.
What you mean?
Yeti cups.
Hey, listen, ain't nothing like putting you a nice cold drink in here and it stay cold for hours.
Why is it taking you hours to drink a drink?
Listen,
it depends on what I'm doing that day. You know what? Because it's good.
Hey, what's your mental health check?
Like,
you know what?
Leave the cup alone.
It's a 10 because I get to sip on my drink for hours. That's why.
There you go. I'm at a 10 as well, man. I was able to wake up this morning. Was able to see my family one more time, to hear my family, touch my family, to breathe this air. I was given one more opportunity, so I'm at a 10 today as well. Man. What you was about to say, Nick?
Watch how fast I drank this bottle of water.
Hey, I like how he covered it up because Zephyr Hills ain't paying us nothing to put
not one penny.
So you might need to put you a little blanket over that water behind you, my boy.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm stacked up.
Let's check in with the family real quick, man. Chrissy says she had a 10. Hey, we love to see those 10s, Chrissy. You keep that up all weekend long. Then Sam said 9. I haven't had any caffeine yet. He wasn't talking about where you was at your mental health. She talking about where you at. She thinks she in the room.
Oh.
But yeah, man, everybody drop their mental health check, man. We want to make sure the family's doing well. Also, we just want to make sure that you guys are not make sure, but we just want to thank you guys for the support. I see a lot of support that's going on as far as sharing and liking and subscribing. We appreciate all the love, not only here on Family Talk, the Family Barbecue, but also on Hinge. You're sharing and all of that type of love that y'all showing us doesn't go unnoticed. If y'all could give us a little share and an emoji. Nick, tell them how that emoji thing works, Nick.
Just drop an emoji down real quick. It could be a heart, a smile, angry, a thumbs up. We don't care.
Yeah.
Just give us something.
Give us something. No.
Don't say that. I don't want to see no eggplant emoji now. Hold on.
Here you go.
I'm just saying.
That's what they want to drop down. Drop it down.
Pause.
Oh my God.
Hey, Kalina, welcome. Good morning to you. Drop your mental health.
Is it Kalina or is it Chelina?
Chalina. It's
Chalina.
Chalina. I'm sorry for messing up your name. My bad. Deborah. She had an 8.5 this morning. I think last week she was at like a 5 because she was doing school shopping. I think she good this week. Them kids are going back to school now, man.
Bruh.
Them kids are going back to school.
Bruh.
Time for some pancakes, eggs, and grits. I feel you.
Cha-cha.
Good morning. Cha-cha, we'll call you Cha-cha from here on out.
Call it cha-cha slide. Yeah. The cha-cha slide.
This morning.
She's like, I'm warming up my leftovers. B took me out last night. I did take her out last night.
Oh, she eat leftovers? That's what's up.
Wait a minute, you said that like, man, like
it don't happen all the time. Nigga. It don't happen all the time.
Nah, Teresa don't eat leftovers.
You know what? That's crazy.
Pizza or
hey, where y'all went?
We went to Olive Garden.
Oh, I thought y'all went to Outback. I was about to say.
Nah, we ain't going. We ain't go to Outback because you know we go to Outback. That blooming onion must be ordered every time.
Hey, I want to know why is it FTK?
What does that
mean?
What does that mean?
Why is it FTK?
I know that's one of Mike's favorite lines. That's one of Mike's favorite lines.
Oh, fuck them kids. Okay, now when you said that, I was like, what is FTK? When you said, oh, fuck them kids. Oh,
man.
The kids
registered in my mind.
That's why.
What you say, Mike?
Them kids would be the first one to drive you crazy. Imagine spending all type of money and doing all type of stuff to get them ready for the first cool school day, and then they show up back to the house looking like they just got out of a WWE mud match. Like, that's not how I sent you to school, my girl. Like, what happened?
Hey, kids don't kill.
Kids play.
Kill,
all she had to tell me was, I played with my new friends.
Was a couple of those friends dudes?
Yeah, one of them look like me. I said, nope, I don't like them right there. No.
You say look like me.
Look like you. Oh, okay. Because I'm like, look like you.
You figure his name
out. DNA.
You know what's funny? His name is Micah.
DNA.
Micah?
Hey, boy, he might be yours. You might need to check it out.
Be like, hold on.
Hey, they gonna be playing doctor real soon.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna be
and I'm gonna be with him.
I ain't got no problem pushing a 5-year-old down.
Hey man, don't go out there fighting them kids, man.
Right,
leave them kids alone, man. Let's get into it though, man. The ugly double standard. So what that is, man, is we talking about black folks today. You dig what I'm saying? Those colored people. We talking about them as far as not just with the law, but as far as situations, period, and how we handle ourselves. And a lot of black folk that I see on social media, that I've seen with my own eyes in real life, they like to play victim a lot. Like to play victim, but we never talk about what you did to get yourself into that position. So that's what we're talking about today. So I know my boy Mike, Mr. Mike,
I know we're gonna get some hate, right?
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
First of all, we've been trying to get. I've been trying to get canceled 2 seasons, so maybe we own this stuff, right?
Hey,
if we make the world stop, maybe we doing something.
We finna bring some unhinged topics to the family barbecue.
Unhinged energy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So I know my boy Mike, Mr. Mike Unhinged, got some videos for us. And for people that listen to our Apple Podcasts and our Spotify, you are more than welcome to go to our YouTube page where all of the videos are recorded, and see these videos that we're putting up for a little bit of substance of what we're talking about. But for those that are watching, we appreciate you. Y'all get the Apple and Spotify when y'all get the chance. So Mike, let's hit us with the first video so we can dissect it and talk about those black folk.
Yeah, so I found this video and I was like, this is actually the reason why we got this subject, because I saw this video and I called B immediately, and we had us a nice long conversation. I'm like, I'm gonna put something together. So I found this first video and I was just like, this type of stuff that in my mind, I'd be like, this type of stuff that cause problems. And it's funny how we just got done talking about FTK.
Homecoming
Shut the fuck up!
Versus that don't look like this.
What you got your ugly ass church like that?
I'm frying his ass. His deep fried Oreo head ass.
I bet when I go one of them in a frying pan, they ass gonna burn.
Okay, so we just saw that video, and all I did was shake my head throughout this whole video. So first thing I want to tap on.
Hold on. I got a quick question.
Yeah,
How old you guys be to go to jail?
I don't see ages. I don't see where ages should be a problem.
I lock that little jit up.
Standing there in his drawers and all, huh?
Real.
So the first thing I think when I see that video, and everybody in the comments that's watching the stream, please, we love the fact that you guys interact with us, and talk about these stuff with us, and we want to hear your honest opinion about this. But the first thing I thought when I saw this, as we were looking at this video, is where's this little kid parents?
Bruh. I think that's the first thing everybody think. But where are your parents at?
Where are your parents? Because of course, as much as you want to blame that little kid had to see something like this. That little kid had to feel like it's okay to talk like that to an adult. And these parents are allowing this stuff to happen. Why are we not? Why are we? And I'm saying we as a black, as an African American culture, are not raising our children correctly. And I really want to get y'all honest opinion on that. Let's start with you, Uncle Pudge. You the OG. You know what I'm saying? You've had kids longer than us. So why aren't we? And I know it's a generational thing with you because it's a switch.
Yeah.
So, bro, why aren't we teaching our kids for one to be respectful, to not talk like that to adults? Because as we was growing up, we was told all of this type of stuff. You don't talk like that.
Well, you know what, man? I done had this conversation so many times, and when you look at it, parents are younger now, more close in age to their kids now than our parents were to us. You know, so it's like, man, it's crazy because I did see like a grandma at 45. I'm like, whoa, you know, grandma was never 45 with us. Grandma was, you know, 60s and up there. But now you're getting grandmas at 45 and younger. So more parenting of today, they parent like, how do you say, they try to be more friends with their kids. They done blurred the line between parenthood and friendship, and all of it is crazy. That little boy, he learned that from his parents.
Yeah.
He's done that in front of his parents, and they didn't correct him at all. You know, some people think that shit is cute, and, you know, as they getting older, you know, which they making a mistake, because what's cute now, this is what I always say. When your kids are little and they start doing stuff, you get on their ass right then and there. I always started at the age of 2. And I say the age of 2 because once you can understand yes and no, that's when I start teaching. So around the age of 2, you understand yes and no and stop. Oh yeah, let's go. Don't do that. You snuff out that behavior right away, because one thing is for sure, they grow up. They're not going to stay little forever.
Yes.
And that behavior grows with them. What was cute with them when they was little becomes fucking annoying to you when they get older. And parents should do that, like snuff it out, but they're not doing that. It's more or less, you look on Facebook, mamas and them hanging out with daughters and going to pick up men together or whatnot. Like, whoa. I've never.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry, Telly. Go ahead.
No, I was like, I never hung out with my mama. There was a line between parent and child throughout my whole family. Like you said, I grew up I'm born in the 70s, raised in the 80s and 90s. That was a line. You didn't hang out with adults. When adults came over, kids disappeared. Everybody, all the kids like in the back room, all the adults up front. It wouldn't, but nowadays you see adults and kids mingling. Like, wait a minute, that shit is odd to me. But you go ahead, man. Go ahead and ask your question.
No, what I was gonna ask, and I'll ask this question to Mike. Do you think social media got a whole lot to do with it? Because you know, as we was growing up, we ain't had no social media. We didn't really start seeing social media until like the end of high school. So, do you think that has something to do with it?
To that expense with the kids? No.
Yeah.
The kids, I don't see those kids that small being on social media, but to the parents that are teaching them, because that's taught behavior. With Kelly saying, I feel like anything under about it, because kids do have their own personality, but 80% of their personality is who they're around most of the time, and it's their parents for the most part. So all that is from their parents for sure, or whoever their guardian is. And so their guardians might be in a place where they're heavily influenced with a lot of social media and police reactions, into where they're pushing that down onto the younger kids. So for me, I'd probably say the person that's raising these children are probably highly influenced by social media.
Gotcha. So now my next question, I'll direct this to Nick. Let's talk about the environment these kids are in. So we was just looking at that video, of course, and I'm just assuming that they were in a ghetto, a hood. But is it the environment that's going on with what's going on with raising these kids?
Hell yeah.
But can we also say like it might be the environment that child is around? When I say that, I mean his friends. Cause we all know them kids that act a certain way when they're not around their parents, but then when they get home, they know their parents don't deal with that. Cause this has been one of those situations.
Yeah,
and it definitely could have, but that right there was terrible.
Yeah, but you were raised by the sum of what you know. Yeah, Cha-Cha. Yeah.
That was terrible.
No, it's disgusting, man. Like it's really disgusting.
We got family members up in Ocala that they did whatever they wanted to do, and we seen it.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't coming back to Bradenton with us. We weren't out there acting the tail.
Nah.
But it's just sometimes the environment is raising your kids rather than parents. Because at the end of the day, when our mother taught us whatever, we took that with us. And our mother always told us if anything came back to her that we did something we weren't supposed to do, it was over.
Bingo.
And you made a huge point. The environment, I think, in today's generation is what's raising these kids. Their environment. See, it was the environment back then, because of course you hear the saying, "It takes a village."
Man, I was just thinking that.
You ain't got no village no more.
These days, there's no village. The village is the environment, and whatever that environment
is what's
helping raise these kids. Yeah, the village is being destroyed, and it's sad, man, and it's sad. And I'm still talking about black folks when we still talking about us black folks.
Oh yeah,
right now about this,
because now it's don't say shit to my kid, and how dare you say something to my kid? Like, wait a minute, I was just correcting. Your kid was out here doing this, and they attack you. It was, your kid go to school back in the day, and the teacher called. Oh man, that was it. Teacher call your house, your ass getting whooped. and but now you got people fighting teachers. Attacking teachers. It must be the school because my kid ain't like that. No, your damn little bastard is like that. Ain't nobody lying on him. I'm like, man, I'm just saying. The best thing that ever happened, and as being a teacher, was COVID and the lockdown. Because once those kids were at home, them parents got to see, hell no, it wasn't the school. My kid really is like this. They had to deal with their kids and seeing that, damn, my kid is like this for real. Like, exactly. You got a motherfucking demon that you send off, and and then you want to blame the school. No, your kid bad. So there you go.
Our mom used to let us mess up around the house. Like she used to let us, because that was our environment or whatever. But when we went to school, one thing she told us was, "Don't have these people call me and tell me I had to come out to that school."
That part.
She only had to tell us that once.
Yeah.
That part. Hey Nick, this ain't got nothing to do with this conversation. But every time I talk to Mom about our podcasts, she be like, "Why y'all always breaking me up?" Well, we always breaking you up because this is how we was raised. She's like, Mike said, "Mama D this, Mama D that." I was like, "Mom, you had to be saying something right for you to be brung up on this podcast, and she's gonna be listening to this. So, Mom, it's nothing bad. You've done something right."
Cause we love you.
But go ahead.
Man, that's giving you your
can honestly say she raised 4 kids that never went to jail.
I see 5 if you count Jimmy.
Never went to jail.
Yeah.
But we got your little speeding tickets. I don't think none of us ever been in a fight. But she done raised 4 kids that's doing well in this society. But everybody can't say that.
Right.
Now, I want to
everybody can't say that.
It takes a village thing. I think that's true in a lot of cases. I can't necessarily say that was true in my case. I just knew that I wasn't gonna test my dad. I knew that if he said, "Hey, don't go in these people's place acting cool," got it. I seen you beat down somebody. I'm good, bro. I'm good on that. I don't want none of that. So I think for me, it was never really a village because couldn't nobody else tell me anything. If my dad said no, it was no. I don't care what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? I was just like listen to my dad all the time. So it was like it didn't take a village for me. It was just like nah, because my dad
it took him.
I ain't finna test.
And that's another factor. Fathers, being absent in the family structure. You don't necessarily have to be in the house with the mom, but absent in the structure. Whether it be, incarceration or,
separation,
being murdered, or just some cat skipping out on their kids. Back, like I said, back when I was coming up, dads were active. They were involved in it. It wasn't so many absentee fathers like it is today. Well, from my perspective, I don't know the statistics. I gotta look it up, but I know I read one article that said, black fathers are just as much involved in their kids' life as any other culture, sometimes more. But in my environment, I see a lot of absentee fathers. That could also help, with kids nowadays. Because man, I seen a video of a dad talking to his son, and he's standing over his son because I guess his son, cussed out his mom or was talking crazy. And dad checked him. Like, you don't talk to me like that, do you? And the son was like, "No, sir. No. I mean, just like straight up, like, oh, like, now that's what I'm talking about."
Yeah.
He ain't with the mother, but he checked his son. Like, you're not going to do that to her, to your mom. And I'm like, that little boy going to grow up with a hell of a respect and a right mindset because that man was right there to do that. So I guess when I'm saying a more co-parenting environment, a better co-parenting environment can lead to better results. You see that little boy cussing at a grown up, you saying where his parents at, maybe he saw his mom and dad going back and forth like that at each other.
Yeah.
And he like, hey, this is the way it is.
Then we sit here and we wonder why kids act the way they act when they get older.
That part, bro. And that's something I stress a lot. It's like it all starts right now. If I don't say nothing to Xavion, I don't say nothing right now to Xavion and he out there doing something bad or doing something he ain't got no business doing, the more nobody says anything, the more in his head is going to be okay. You know what I mean? And the more, so I have to be on him. I have to be on Elijah.
Just like this morning, me and Mike jumped on Elijah.
Oh, y'all did?
Yeah. It's just one of those things. He walked in. I know he's seen the computer screen. Turned around, about to walk out.
And didn't speak.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you how it get worse. Xavier was like, "You ain't gonna say hey."
Oh, he said that.
Xavier said that to him.
See, and that's another thing. And people that
don't told on the boy.
People that don't get the culture. You know what I'm saying, that we grew up in. Like when you walk in somebody's presence, you speak. I don't care
every time.
Computer screen. I don't care if this person not even looking at you. You speak. You know what I'm saying? And that's
the way I was raised.
That's the way I was
into
raised.
a room, you speak to everybody.
You speak to everybody in that room. Hello.
And you know, I ain't gonna even lie. To this day, I still do it. I even speak to people I don't want to speak to.
That part.
That's just how we was raised. When you walk in the room, you speak to everybody.
Yep.
Hello. Even when you text somebody in the morning or afternoon, you hit them with a good.
Hey, we all gotta learn something even when we get older. You know what I'm saying? When you text somebody, don't just go into the conversation. How you doing? Good morning. Good afternoon. What's good with you?
Listen, Bia text me. He responded to something, and then right after that, he was like, "Good morning, Mike." I was like, "Good morning, B." Because B used to get on me. I used to wake up, bro. Middle of the day, I hit him up. I was like, "Hey, yo, hey, can I get please and thank you?" And he'll be like, "Good afternoon." I'll be like, "Oh yeah, my bad."
Yeah.
So now every time,
to me, it's a respect thing, man.
Hey, every time B enter the chat, I don't care what time of day it is. B could be talking to somebody completely different. I'll pop in the chat and be like, "Good afternoon, B. Good morning, B."
Yes. Hey, but thing is, hey, Mike learned something, didn't he? Mike learned something.
Yes, he did.
But Mike, you got another video for us, because not only we talking about us black folk raising these children and what we got going on. You got another video with police. Let's do something with police. So let's pull that.
I want to talk about this, because I want to talk about this fact right here, right? I want to play the other video.
Okay.
And so at what point at a situation do we say, "Damn, dog, you kind of deserve to get your ass whooped"? You see all these police movie videos and stuff. And like, what point did we just say, "Hey, you kind of deserve that, bro"? Like, and so this video is that, like, "Hey, bro, you kind of deserve that, bro. Like, stop playing."
There's nothing you can do, man. Until you call police. Stop playing. There's nothing you can do, man. Until police come on. Hey, don't. Hey, there's nothing you can do, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Okay.
Hey, I added that in for a little extra spice to it. But like,
listen, let's talk. I know that was funny, but let's talk about that though.
But no,
so we're talking about. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
We talk about, like, at what point do you deserve it, but I also want to talk on the dude in the background. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do what? Don't defend the bottom line to your store. Don't defend your property. Don't stop somebody who's obviously stealing right in your face. Like, don't do what?
Well, I'm pretty sure he was telling them that, in the fact that what if this man got a gun on them? Like, just let the police handle do their job.
Hey, they totally didn't listen. This is good because old brother.
Right, the crazy part about it is a lot of the people that do stuff like that don't ever have one.
So let's talk about the action though. Sticking to the ugly double standard. Let's talk about the action, about that black man in there stealing. Now I don't know what happened after the confrontation when the police got there. I'm sure the black man, he hit me with a stick, he beat me with a stick, but bro, you was in there stealing that man merchandise.
Not just cheap merchandise. You really
I'm tired of black people making themselves look like the victim in situations you put yourself in. And you're dead wrong. Stop making yourself look like the victim when you ain't the victim. You started this.
Like, what you thought was gonna happen?
Yeah, what you thought was gonna happen?
I mean, like honestly, you thought they was just gonna let you take these? Was he stealing?
Cigarettes.
Like he was stealing, putting the cigarettes.
But you just thought they was gonna let you take the cigarettes and just walk out the door with it?
Because the protocol is a lot of times people like don't be chasing shoplifters because we got insurance on this stuff. And so a lot of people take advantage of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what if he had a gun? It's like, it's so many people just walking in stores stealing stuff now that just walking there steal it because they feel like ain't nobody gonna chase them. But I'm just like, so you think that and you think it's okay. So I looked at that video and the lesson I take from it is, but it's like, I bet you be sitting here crying about, oh, they hit me. You're gonna try to make this, oh, they hit me because I was black. No, they beat your ass because you was stealing.
Like, exactly. A lot of people like to bring that race card. A lot of people like to bring that race card in the situation too. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm black. It has nothing to do with you being black. It's
everything not in this situation.
Not in this situation, but it has everything to do about what you were doing. So, yeah. Mike, pull up the other video.
This one right here is just.
Ain't her baby daddy sell weed. 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 What the hell? What the hell? That's illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal. Oh my fucking God.
Oh my gosh.
Not your little girl.
Not your little girl when the cops start beating on her. Like the cop wasn't supposed to.
What that cat say? She's 16?
Yeah.
I was like, she wasn't 16 when she ran up on that grown woman.
They so now putting handcuffs a shooter.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But if that would happen, now, the cops would have been wrong.
The problem that's exactly what I'm about to say. The cops would have been wrong. Mm-hmm. They're trying to make an excuse, put an excuse in it. Well, that girl's 16 all of a sudden after that girl swung on that cop. She's 16. Yeah. Oh, now you playing the victim. Oh, she's 16. She's 16. She a kid. No, she was no kid when she threw her hands at that young cop, the young lady. That's like a 15-year-old coming out here and trying to hit me in my face. I'm gonna fight back.
Okay,
I'm not gonna let no kid. What you saying, nigga?
So I don't care how old you is.
I don't care how old you could be 10. You finna get punched in your chest, beat right in your chest.
Mike ready to push kids down the jungle gym because he's talking to his daughter.
But go ahead, my bad, Mike. I had to cut you off. Go ahead.
But say what you I had this video, and like I said, I wanted to get like a deeper point, and I was like, I can promise you this, that those people were familiar with that lady cop. They've probably seen them cops before. They've interacted with them cops before, because there ain't no way in hell you gonna do that to a random police officer with the way things be with police and people these days. And then it's like people wonder why, how come we can't get people who look like us in our neighborhoods? Because you do shit like that. Because I bet you wouldn't have done that if it was a white cop. Because the first thing you would have thought of, now don't be going over there with that cop because she'll shoot you. And it's like, this is what happens when you put like familiarity in certain places. It's like they were probably out there talking decent to these people. They probably was acting decent, and then like the conversation went left, and that happened. And I'm like, yo, it's like that's a little girl. Why she wasn't a little girl when she was swinging on her that cop? Like the dude that's playing the video, you sound just as ignorant as a girl fighting. You really out here like whoops her ass, like you celebrating this lady beating a cop. Now if she would have pulled her gun up and shot this girl, then y'all would have been around here looking stupid. Or if that male cop would have bammed her stupid ass on her face, then all of a sudden it would have been an issue. It's like like you said, immediately the victim the moment, you know what I'm saying? And it's like baby daddy sell weed. What I gotta do with anything?
They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But no, that was well put, Mike. That was well put, because the moment had that been a white cop and the white cop pulled his firearm and started shooting, now that white cop got to be crucified all of a sudden. And that's not right, man. It's not right. Like Mike said, that's a good point he made. Also was saying they had to have an interaction with that cop before. That cop has been in that neighborhood. Those cops has been in that neighborhood.
Those cops
they've
They probably live in the neighborhood. That's the thing. They probably live
could be it too.
in that neighborhood.
Very true.
But you felt that you had to put this 16-year-old and don't know why she went trying to throw hands at a grown woman.
Well, it started with the dude that they arrested. I don't know. You know, at the beginning of the video, you might have missed it. They had a dude on the ground in handcuffs and they lifted him up. He was getting arrested. So, and I guess they knew the little dude or however, and that's what escalated them to, you know, whatever, because he was getting arrested. Because he probably did some shit that he wasn't supposed to be doing. But, you know, we get on this, like you said, the double standard. You see the shit on Facebook. Free my boy. No, keep his ass there because they just didn't go around and arrest him for shit. Last time I know.
That's another thing I hate. I hate free my boy. Free my boy. Why are we freeing him if he's doing crime?
Like this motherfucker Nelson Mandela or something, a political prisoner or something. No, this motherfucker was selling dope. No, keep his ass in there.
Man, it don't even be dope that be getting me. It's like, bro, I seen a girl post. I know it's like off top. I seen a girl post one time, and her brother literally had 2 rape allegations and a sexual assault allegations and a manslaughter, and was like, "Free my brother." I dead ass got on her status. I'm like, bitch, why?
But right, like why? This motherfucker a menace. Oh, keep like, his ass locked up.
Like, no. Child support, traffic tickets, a bench warrant. All right, that's fine. He ain't hurt nobody. Tax evasion. All right, cool. Sexual assault and manslaughter. No, keep Ray ass locked up.
That other stuff ain't cool either. That stuff ain't cool.
We do our taxes here.
Yeah, we do our taxes.
Well, not us, because he
said not us. Gotta be clear. Goddamn IRS be like, my man said tax evasion, cool. Next thing y'all know, I got a letter in the mail getting an audit.
This is a prime example because Sam Wright is a cop here in Sioux Falls. Shot a I think he's a native person. He shot him, but the cop shot him because the guy pulled a gun on him. Now everywhere downtown, they got these signs up of justice for Justin or something like that. And I was talking with my mother one day about it. I'm like, we all look at the end game. We all look at what happened at the ending, that somebody did lose their life. However, we're not looking at what started the situation. What started the situation is that this cop was trying to apprehend him for doing something. Honestly, I think he pulled him over for a traffic violation, to be honest. If I'm wrong about that, Sam, let me know. But it was something silly. But the boy ended up pulling a gun on the cop. What are cops trained to do? Pull their firearm also. You know what I mean? They have to protect their lives also. He pulled out firearm. What you thought was going to happen? Like the cop was just going to put his hands up and say, "Hey, calm down." No,
my bad.
He's not going to do that. And I think the dude shot at the cop first. Sam said he ran from a traffic stop. It was a traffic stop, but got busted for a tail. It was a tail light. So you, in whatever environment you raised in, because everybody cool with guns and everybody want to shoot at people. I'm a gangster. I'm a thug. I want to do this. I want to do that. You got to prove your point to these cops out here, and it's a white cop. You got to prove your point to them. You got to stand up to the police, but you lost your life doing something you didn't have to do. You know what I mean? You lost your life doing something you have to do, but we want to blame the cop.
Unless you was doing something you weren't supposed to do, and you were scared he was going to find out.
Yeah.
But at that point, that's still on you.
That's still on you, and I can't join the movement of saying justice for this person. Justice. What justice are we looking for, people? Well, what are we looking for?
They're looking for to be a victim. I've said it time and time again. You cannot, as a Black culture, and you cannot ask for respect if you're not respecting yourself in a lot of situations. A lot of situations, people will sit here and try to be like, these cops are racist, these cops are horrible. I got pulled over and the cops slammed me on my car and put my face in the dirt. Yeah, well, ma'am, you called this cop a fuck nigga 13 times and said his mama a pussy thing. It's like, what kind of reaction do you think you're gonna get from these people? Like, we laugh and I laugh at it, but at the same time, it's like a cop pulls you over, license and registration, and the first thing out your mouth, what you want, pussy ass cracker? It's just like you start.
No, that's true though. That's true.
Right, totally I'm laughing because it is true. Like
it's true.
You start this off totally wrong. It's like you call cop 18 names in a 3-minute span on a traffic stop. You know what I'm saying? And
he might have gave you a warning.
Whole time, come to find out, your license is suspended and your tag is bad, and he ran your plate, and it was like, hey, this driver license suspended, and your tag say 413, and it's 2023. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and you got the wrong tag on your car. And the baby daddy who registered on the car got a warrant out for his arrest. Nigga, that's why you got pulled over. But you call this cop 18 names like he wrong for doing his job.
And that's another thing. I want to get to the traffic. I want to get to the traffic stops as well. Is you get pulled over, like Mike said, you license and registration. Why you pulled me over? Well, I'm gonna get to that. But we know this is a traffic stop. I got to get your license and registration. I got to find out who you are. You know what I mean? Us as black people get so irritated. Now, I mean, not us on the podcast, but as a culture, we get so irritated because they're questioning us about something. You shouldn't question me about something. Obviously, if you got pulled over, it's for a reason. You know what I mean? I'm not saying every cop.
I want to touch on Reginald's comment after this.
I want to touch on that too. But go ahead.
But you do have some cops that they do be just being a power movement. But honestly,
right.
We're not saying that ain't happening.
I've never been stopped by a cop who's been on the high horse. They've always came up to the door. I stopped you because you were speeding. Can I get your license, registration? Oh, no problem. I already knew I was speeding. I already knew why you stopped me.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and have it ready before you get to the door.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all touch on Reginald.
Like the cops on the high movement. Listen, I'm riding clean 24/7. So last few times I got pulled over, I'm like, I want to see what this about. Unless you finna hit me for speed, I want to see what this about. So Reginald say you have freedom of speech, and that is true. Everybody has freedom of speech, but freedom of speech has consequences. To understand that freedom of speech has consequences, and these people aren't robots, bro. These people are people too. You know what I'm saying? And when you start calling somebody names, it's like, why does this person have to always conduct themselves in the highest manner when you acting like lower than dirt? Like, I'm a reasonable person, but you call me out my name 2-3 times, I might hit you, might punch you in the face, bro. Like,
but ain't that wrong the lines of being emotional though? So I do understand that cops have to stay into whatever position.
You're right. But here's the thing, right? If I pull you over for a traffic stop and it's like you got some iffy stuff going on, and he might just be pulling you over to ask you some questions, right? And now you done call him 18 names. Guess what? All right, go ahead and get out of the car. He finna escalate it. And it's like you brought that escalation on yourself. Because if you riding around with a suspended license, he does have the option to actually take you to jail. Right? So
I want to touch on. Oh, my bad, Mike. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, that cop should be able to conduct himself, but at the same time, it's like you get out of this cop what you put into that situation. I ain't saying he right, and I ain't saying he wrong, but all I'm saying is if you walk up on somebody in the Walmart and start calling them names, you can't be like, you're supposed to conduct yourself. No, because not everybody gonna conduct themselves the same.
So what Auntie Kim said, right? And what's up, Auntie? We always love when you pull up. We love it, Auntie. We love you.
She be playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, she do. She do it. She do it on purpose. She do.
She do it good.
I want to touch. She do it good. She's good at what she does. She at the end of her comment here, she's, "Are you not allowed to ask questions?" No, you are allowed to ask questions. I'm not saying you're not allowed to ask questions. I would definitely ask questions as to why I'm being pulled over. But there's a way to conduct yourself. You don't have to step out of character just because someone else stepped out of character. That's going back to what Mike said. You don't have to step out of character. And us as black folks tend to step out of character a lot because of something we're being questioned upon or something that we feel like we're right on. Something I tell Elijah all the time. If you're right, it shouldn't be an argument. If you're right and you know you're right, why we gotta make somebody else think how we think agree to our opinion? If you're right, you're right. It's just that simple. If you ain't done nothing wrong, you ain't done nothing wrong, nothing's gonna happen to you. You're gonna be fine. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by you don't have to step out of character as far as what these police officers are being pulled over. As black people, you don't have to get out of character. You don't have to.
You know, another thing I'll be talking to Mom about, you know, because she working in a law office.
Yeah.
She just say, and it's hard to, but she say fight it on the back end. And like I said, it's hard. It's hard to sit here when you know you're right, and you try and fight somebody with more authority than you, and they're not supposed to have more authority than you. But what are you supposed to do? We see these videos all the time about cops who just basically renegades. And you know they do whatever they want to do in the moment, but then you still go to jail, you still go through the process, and then you still fighting it, and you might win. But why don't you just go ahead, record as you're supposed to, and then apply everything that they saying, and then fight it on the back end.
Ooh, listen, I want to hit on something right quick. Auntie Kim, how you doing? We love you. Comment say, I want to get on this right here. This is what I'm talking about. Perfect example. That's the point. It ain't just blacks. We just see ours more. That's the point, Auntie Kim. We don't care about other people right now. We talking about us. We are not.
We talking about us. No, we always talking about everybody else today, Auntie. We talking about
everybody else. We talking about us.
We're
not talking about everybody else.
Black folk.
We talking about black people. We know it's a difference. We talking about us.
Yeah, we always talking about the white folks and everybody else. We talking
about.
Yeah,
ask y'all a question.
Hold on. I want Sonic Boom to what's not true.
Yeah, what Brandon was talking about. He responded to that like that's not true. You know
what's not true?
As far as that you, I believe you were saying something about don't step out of character. If you right, you're right. Everything will be fine. I think that's what he was responding to, saying, "Well, that's not true."
Okay, well, I need Sonic.
We've seen where people was okay and. And they were in the right, but things didn't turn out fine. Like, whoa, that dude was in the right, and cops still took it to the other direction, which that happens. I mean,
I'm not saying that never happens. It does happen. I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, we got to look at it like this, man. And I tell people about this, even with the military. You put on a uniform. That don't exempt you from being a human being and facing human emotions. The uniform don't take that away. At the end of the day, they still people. Cops have bad days, just like we have bad days. Now, unfortunately, they get to carry a gun. So they bad day, if they having a bad day, can be a way worse day for you in a wrong situation. But I look at it like they people, like Mike said, they pull you over, and then I seen a lot of people be like, man, what the fuck you want, man? Why you fucking with me? Like, whoa, automatically you just jumped out aggressive and you escalated the situation.
That's my
point. And it's like the thing is this: we're not saying these cops are right because they be dead wrong. A lot of times these cops be dead ass wrong. No question about right or wrong. They dead wrong. But at the same time, it's like let them be right, no matter how wrong they are, because them being right. You trying to tell them they right is not worth you not making it home to the people you care about that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like what Chris said, whatever it takes to get home. And just like Nick said, fight it on the back end. And hell, a lot of those times, those cops don't even show up to court. I had a ticket where a cop said I ran a stop sign. And I was like, no, I didn't. I was like, all right, go ahead, give me the ticket. And I showed up to court and I was like, I didn't run the stop sign. I don't know what he's seen. And the judge's like, all right, whatever, case dismissed, ticket gone, like whatever, get out. Right. And it's like that's a lot of the times these cops don't even show up to court. So it's just like just fight it on the back end. But whatever it takes to get home that day, just do it. And there's a lot of people that provoke these bad cops. And if it's those cops are out there, like they bad cops. Why would you want to provoke them anyway? Because it ain't gonna go good for you. Because like Telly said, they're the ones with the
they
bag.
looking for a reason. You know?
Yeah, Auntie said you gotta stand up and fight in the moment. Y'all feel like that's true? You gotta stand up and fight.
Let me tell you something, man. And I tell my kids and I tell everybody that I know. I'm asking, what's more important? You being right or you being alive? Which one is more important to you?
No, I like that. Which one's more important? You being right or you getting to go home? I want
right,
to go home.
because
go home.
Shit, I want you to come home. And if you right, we gonna prove you right. But in that moment,
that's the point I'm making.
It was more important.
So me and Reggie, we talked about this one scenario at work. If you see something going down, and I think the scenario
Christmas canceled.
The scenario was, if you see, and I'm gonna use y'all on the podcast, and y'all who listening, if you see a woman getting beaten up by a man, what you gonna do?
We actually just saw that video. Dude hit that woman in a restaurant, and her son shot the shit out of him and killed him. But
that's what I'm saying. What are y'all gonna do in that situation?
I mean,
man,
you want it.
I just can't sit by and watch.
The right in you wants to intervene, right? The right in you wants to intervene. But as 2023 has taught us, imagine going to a chick's rescue and then you end up getting jumped by both of them.
Or shot.
Right. You get shot. You get shot by her for jumping on him. Because I seen that too. Him and a girl was fighting. Dude beat up the dude and she shot him in his defense. And it's like, ain't no way in hell.
And you know what I'm saying? Like at that moment, yeah, like Mike said, you want to intervene. I might call the cops, but at the end of the day, I got somebody I gotta get home to. Because
we in a day and age. We in a day and age of let me mind my business.
Right. I'm gonna mind my business and I'm gonna keep going. Like I feel for the situation that's going on, but we're not living in a time where you could jump in and just maybe stop something and then walk away scot-free. Like you have to, like she said, you as a person, you have to keep your head on the swivel. I don't know what that guy's carrying. I'm not carrying anything.
You don't.
So I'm about to jump in and possibly have my life taken because of my morals.
I mean, you can say something. You can say something. I mean, and it ain't even gotta be aggressive. You can de-escalate the situation.
Stop. That's all I'm saying.
You know,
I might
say,
hey, what she do?
He's like, hey man, come on now, man. Come on now. That's a thing. You can talk somebody down now.
But you don't know who
you ain't gotta be aggressive.
Mm-hmm. So hold on, let me hit on this. Let me hit and see what y'all think about this. What Reggie said. That's why I
Auntie Kelly got a lot of comments in her.
Yeah, she always got a lot of comments, but she'll never want to come on the show.
She said, "Y'all ready to shoot, but do your hands work." See,
who said anything about shooting?
No, she was responding. She responding to what y'all said. Somebody, may shoot you, and that's what she's saying. Like, do your hands work? Why are people so quick to pull a gun? Because they pussy.
Hands work these days.
Excuse my language, but they pussies. They scared for that ass whooping.
Tell you, the problem is the people that's out here bucking be the ones with the gun that want to shoot first. So I'm not getting into no physical altercation with no nigga in 2023 because like Nick said, I don't know what you got on you. I know what I got on me, and I know what I ain't about to do.
But Mike, I'm pretty sure if you knew that man didn't have a gun, you wasn't gonna pull a gun on him. If you knew he don't have a gun, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna pull your blick piece and try to shoot him.
Sorry.
It depends on how much jewelry he got on.
This is what I'm talking about. Uncle Jason got the sense to pull you back from getting into other people's business because they ain't got nothing to do with you.
Ain't got nothing to do with you.
Why do you think he's pulling you out of their business? Because he don't want to have to jump in and do something he ain't supposed to do because he's doing it because of you.
He woke up that day like he didn't have a a thought of being into an altercation. He just going about his day. And you know, sometimes sometimes we got to restrain our own. Like, hey, come here now. Come here.
What's up with Auntie Ken? She woke up and chose violence this morning. Yeah, y'all.
She said his hands work.
Busy buy that gun. Sure, I go to the gym and got several, Auntie Kim. Not playing. Matter of fact, I carry my shit to the gym just in case one of these steroid heads come up in here with a problem.
Hey,
like,
Mike,
I don't
Mike
understand.
Don't mind getting active.
I don't understand.
Mike don't mind getting active.
I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. It's
hey,
we live in a world.
I choose violence every morning. Every morning. And but will shoot you. She Auntie Kim, like Nick said, she be like to play devil's advocate. That's all she be doing.
Auntie Kim be the first person to pop the 38. Stop playing, Auntie Kim. We know you got a Chrome 380 in that purse. Stop playing.
Well, but dude, because at a certain point, let me tell you something. My mama's 64 years old. Gonna be 65 in December. She ain't out here trying to throw hands with these young chicks. She done that already. At a certain point, you become too old to be trying to tussle with these Thundercats. You know, they got to back up off of you, you know, and
always,
you know, that then you pull the blick piece. We talking about, but I'm talking about guys in our age range. Hell, shit, I'm 46. I'm too old to be out here trying to tussle with them, but I'm a de-escalator. Look, man, go sit down. I ain't here for all that. You know, let's just both walk away. I try to talk you down, you know, because I don't want to get out, because I know if I got to fight you, I'm going to wrap my hands around your throat and squeeze till your eyeballs pop out. And I ain't trying to go to jail.
Hey, I'm
going to try to end you. That's the thing. I ain't got time for you to come back, you know, with your boys or whatever. I'm going to try to end you.
That's all right,
and I ain't got time for that.
I got enough of them too.
What you say, Mike?
I say, bring your boys. I got enough of them too. Don't worry about it. I got something for the whole group. Don't you even worry yourself. Listen, see that? We gotta get Auntie. Auntie said, I ain't shooting unless for my kids. Auntie Kim, that's great for you. I love that you have some type of morals. Auntie Kim, I'm shooting for me. I'm shooting for Nick. I'm shooting for Nate. I'm shooting for B. I'm shooting for everybody. You listen. You ain't got but one time to get loud with me and look like you reaching for your waist, because you might get popped.
Hey, Uncle Jason said, "Boy, you don't use that good. Stop it." Now Uncle Jason, he's serious. he pretty serious about it. Then he said, "Why you ain't use it in the parking lot?" What parking lot, Uncle Jason?
Oh, when we went to Jacksonville, because listen, Buddy walked off. Buddy walked off.
Listen,
you gotta tell people the story now.
Yeah, they gotta hear.
Yeah.
People like you get yourself. I'm still alive. 35, still alive.
What happened in Jacksonville?
Nobody, Auntie Kim. I'm like 50 Cent. I don't want no problem. But if you say you want a problem, I say no problem. But I don't bother nobody.
I ain't a killer unless you push me.
I don't go out looking for no problems. I mind my business. But at the same time,
ain't told that story yet.
Yeah, what happened in Jacksonville?
All right,
tell the story real quick.
So I'm in Jacksonville, and I'm sitting there chilling, minding my business. I'm walking to the car, right, late night, and you know, if you got like a car that got a button to open the door, right?
Yeah.
But right, so if you get close enough to your car, like if somebody put their hand behind my door handle, it'll open, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm walking to the car, not minding my business, and like, bruh, I see my car door open, right? And I see a nigga bent down in my car. And so I upped the blick and asked this nigga, what the fuck is you doing? Right? And boy jumped back and was like, oh, you got it. And he walked off, right? And his homeboy was on the other side. And I looked at him. I'm like, you good? And boy reached his hand, you know what I'm saying? Like in what looked like a little bag. And I was like, hey, don't do that. And like about 2 seconds passed and was like, you got it. And they walked off, right? So that's why I didn't do it, because in that moment of time, let's say, boom, I shoot one of these cats. I kill one of these cats. I don't have any proof to say my life was in danger other than their fingerprints on my car. That's why I didn't do that. Now, Buddy would have put like anything.
Uncle Jason laughing at you.
Yeah, Uncle Jason talking about me going to jail. Uncle Jason would have been in jail.
He would have been cool with that.
Yeah, would have been cool with that though.
I'm not cool with that.
Hey, Uncle say, let it go, homie.
They don't want me to explain the story. Wait, is that the one? Wait, is that Uncle Jason? Like who?
Yeah.
Is that the one I was talking about? That dude that rap in New York?
Yeah, that's Uncle Jason.
I can't think of his name. What's his name?
No, stop. You're not finna disrespect Biggie on this podcast.
There you go. That Biggie.
You're not finna disrespect Biggie on this podcast.
That dude, that guy.
Hey man, listen, that was a great conversation, man. Great conversation. We love combos like that where everybody's interacting. And I did miss some comments, so y'all, please forgive me.
It was pouring in.
It was pouring in. We love the interaction, y'all. We definitely love the interaction. But we got to get to our weekly top 5 before we slap up out of it. I hope you got something ready for us.
The weekly top 5.
We always ask the greatest rappers, top 5 R&B singers, right? This week we got the top 5 hip hop movements, right? And when I say movements, I'm talking about like what movement, you know what I'm saying? Like change your top 5. Like, so like my number 5 would be the crunk era, like Crunk Juice, like John and the East Side Boys. Cause they had us bouncing off the walls. So that type of what was y'all top 5 hip hop movement?
Oh, this one got you gotta touch on this one.
If you look like you're gonna reach, I'm gonna shoot, says Mike, who didn't shoot. Mike thought about it, LT.
I thought about it. You know what?
He thought about it.
You know what? And I'm glad I didn't. Because I sleep good at night knowing I did.
He sleep good, he didn't. There you go. There we go.
All
right, so top 5. Hey, the Air Force One movement. Listen, if it wasn't for Nelly and that Air Force One movement, how many of y'all think y'all wouldn't have Air Force Ones right now?
Right.
Just think about it.
I mean, I had Air Force Ones, man. We used to wear them in the city.
But question,
all the time.
How much were they when you bought them?
Oh my God, dude! In the 90s.
No, we were in high school. Remember when
$30, $45?
When Air Force One movement came out, they jumped to 100.
They were remember the Air Force Ones were 2 for $90. Remember we back in special 2 for $90, 2 for $99.
Yeah. So I definitely would say the crunk era for me was good. I like Reggie what he said with the Nelly and the Air Force One. That era was pretty good. I like the trap music era. Trap when Atlanta and Andre 3K says that the South got something to say about it. So I like the trap music era, and you know, with involved with trap music, you got to throw Jeezy and T.I. into that mix. So definitely love the trap music era. Auntie Kim got a good one here with the Hot Boys. I still listen to the Hot Boys to this day. You know what I mean? So I definitely say the Hot Boys as well. What did I say? I said 3 of them. I don't know. It's tough with that one, man. You got Sonic Boom.
Era was good too.
Chop and Screw era was decent. The Chop and Screw era was real decent. I felt like that was short lived though.
It was.
It was short lived.
Yeah. Like 4 rappers come out and then they disappeared.
It was short lived. We got the Wu-Tang, Max B Wave, 50 Cent's Takeover, G-Funk era, and the 5%ers. Love it. We love it.
So number 5 would be Lil Jon and East Side Boys. Number 4, would have to be the Mike Jones, Paul Wall, and
that's the track, the Chopped and Screwed era.
Number 3 would have to be the trap music with like T.I., Young Jeezy, like T.I.'s King album, Young Jeezy's Thug Motivation 102.
101 is his best one though.
Yeah, but like that whole thing.
Yeah.
Number 3 would have to be Master P. No Limit. The No Limit
era. The No Limit era is pretty decent. I don't know about Silk the Shocker. He's still kind of Mr. Brother verse. in a straight fashion.
Fucking shocked if he stayed on B.
For me, you gotta put the boy bands in there too.
Who?
Oh, you
the boy
talking
bands
about
like Outkast, like
Oh, I thought you meant like NSYNC. I'm like, yeah.
NSYNC and Backstreet Boys had their era.
Yeah, they did.
98 Degrees, the boy band era.
You had to put Cash. You had to put Cash Money, like Juvenile,
Cash Money,
Wayne, and even though he didn't rap, but like man,
see this mumble rap crap.
Yeah, wait, that don't count. They don't count. And my number one movement was Young Money with Drake, Nicki Minaj, Tyga, Gunna.
Wayne had a movement on his own for about 10 years straight. Wayne was running the game.
First of all, Wayne's mixtapes alone.
That was an era by itself.
It was an era in his own.
Listen, for the young kids who don't, and maybe I don't know if everybody was onto it, y'all don't understand the joy of getting hooked up with datpiff.com app. Okay, when I had my HTC 10. And I got
he's still moving the game. He is.
And got the DatPiff app. And I can go on DatPiff and download the whole album to my phone. Right? That was it right there. I had probably like people don't understand like Wayne. Bro. Remember when at high school we had our laptops, the MacBooks?
Yeah.
My Wayne section was probably about 400 songs deep.
My Wayne section in my phone was probably about 1,000 right now.
Right now, my Wayne section is probably about 700-800. But on our laptop, my Wayne section was about 400 deep. My Young Jeezy section was about 100 deep. Like,
it's a good question right here from Boom. 50 Cent's mixtape era versus Lil Wayne's mixtape era.
50 Cent had a mixtape era?
Yeah. He did. Before Get Rich or Die Trying, he had a mixtape.
To me, that's your answer.
You said that's your answer.
Wayne had a movement. Man, whenever you heard that lighter going off,
bruh. First of all, Nick, it wasn't even a lighter, bruh. You ever be listening to a song and it got a dope ass beat, and you be like, boy, I can't wait till Wayne slide on that. Remember when Jay-Z did that one song? He did that one song, and in the verse, right, he's like, I might send this to the mixtape. Get him, Weezy. And I was like, even Jay-Z know that this beat went so hard that Wayne gonna get it.
It was a point in time where Wayne, your beat wasn't safe during the time Wayne was on top of the mountain. Like your beat was not safe. And the fact is that when your beat did come out and Wayne made it sound like he was the one that created it,
bro. That's why he stopped that.
I don't understand why he stopped. He should have kept doing
it. I think it had to do with like licensing to a certain point. Like when he was doing it, I guess other people started to do it, and then he said when it came to a point that every time he hopped on somebody's single, every time he made a remix to it, they would not put their single out and just have that remix as the single. And it became.
He said that on the Pivot.
Yeah.
I saw that. Y'all go check that episode out. Wayne gave a clear point on what he was doing around that time when he was dropping mixtapes.
What? His style came from Gilly?
Let's not forget his style came from Gilly. Where do you have evidence that has happened?
Gilly the Kid?
Gilly was a beast.
No,
Gilly was a lot of stuff too.
I'm not gonna take nothing from Gilly. Gilly was a beast, but where do we have clear-cut evidence that Wayne took? Gilly wrote for Wayne, or Wayne took stuff from Gilly? Where do we have clear-cut evidence of that? DMX is a good one too.
Who is Gilly? First of all,
I guess some rapper.
There's some rapper that.
Some rapper.
Auntie Kim said,
he wrote for him.
DMX is undefeated.
Now you just.
But y'all forgot.
You got any proof of that? Proof of that?
Come on, bring us some proof. Don't be just saying it.
Y'all forgot. Really big two big movements.
Anything.
Now we don't know. Because we
you ain't got the proof of the accusations that you putting out here.
Come on now.
I'm just saying. You're not old
enough.
Why we not old
enough to have this conversation?
I'm old enough to have this conversation. Because y'all forgot NWA and that movement.
Okay, we was young spawns at
right.
You know what movie we didn't talk
the
about?
The movement of social consciousness. Because you had NWA, Tribe Called Quest, Eric B. and Rakim. Everybody, the music was socially conscious.
See, this is what I don't understand about you OGs, and this is including Uncle Jason. Our OGs, we know y'all had an era of music, but we got our own era of music too. Don't try to knock us.
I understand that, and I don't discount.
Jason wasn't knocking nobody.
Right, I ain't knocking y'all. Y'all forgot Pac and Biggie.
You're right.
Pac and Biggie, whatever that era was.
I'm just putting him into that OG group. That's all I'm doing. I know he ain't knocking us.
Yeah, that's right, Felicia. Run DMC. That's the era of social conscious music.
What about the producer movement? Right, this is recently. It's not, and I don't want to mix it in with mumble rappers, but the producer movement, where the producers pretty much like made the album, because like there's a lot of cats that like, bruh, that song was dope, but like we know damn well like Metro Boomin is the reason why that song hit, because of the way he produced like 80 albums, like Scott Storch, DJ Khaled, you know what I'm saying? Even Swiss Beats at one point. It's like only reason why that song even went, Timbaland.
Timbaland
is because of the producer of
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Of course.
Pharrell. Yeah, Pharrell.
Like the only reason why that even went anywhere is bro, first of all, hold on. We forgot one. Brandon, Nick, we forgot one error that just, bro, we forgot DJ Drama era.
DJ Drama had done the mixtape game for a long time.
Drama had DJ Drama.
Tell some who?
Is this a Southern thing?
Drama was from the South.
Okay, because y'all named some cat from the South that didn't really make it up this
way. Bruh, let's not forget about the Plies era, bruh.
He's at the Plies era.
Bruh, let's not forget Plies was on every track.
I'm about to say, if you talk to anybody from the South, and I'm talking about like the Miami era, that juking music.
Oh, the juking? Yeah.
Yeah.
The juking music on top. Juking music on top. But hey, listen.
69 Boys.
Uncle Luke
back in the 80s. Uncle Luke, look at Telly. You know about them 69 Boys, Uncle Luke. Telly.
And Telly was Atlanta with Freak Neek. What the hell?
I ain't never make it, man. I ain't never make it.
You never make it.
Telly. I was a teenager when Freak Neek was going on.
Allegedly, huh?
No, dude, when Freak Neek was going on, I was 15, 16. My mama wasn't letting me go to no damn Atlanta.
We got respect, Chris. We got respect.
The sugar hit.
We got to pay homage to everybody that came before. We just talking, John. We got respect.
The hippies hit it. Knock it off.
Yeah, Sugar Hill gang, man.
Tampa Tony. Hey, man, that's gonna be it for the day, though. Telly killing me, right? He questioning everything everybody said. Hey, man,
I don't know these cats. Y'all should say E40.
Hey, you need to just hit on Google and type in the names. Huh?
I will.
Yeah, type in the names.
I'm going to do my research.
We appreciate the conversation today. It was live. We got a lot of feedback.
If you haven't dropped an emoji, do so right now. It takes 2 seconds.
Yes, please drop an emoji. We appreciate the support. Please hit us with a good share. If you would like to, dropping a like and a subscribe would definitely make you a part of this family and this Family Tree Productions and the movement we trying to start here. We appreciate everybody in the comments. Shout out to our other family members, Chef Jimbo, Coach A, and Nate the Great. It was fantastic today, y'all. It was fantastic today. Make sure y'all hit us up on all of our socials. We deeply, deeply appreciate all the love y'all show us. We will be back on Unhinged on Wednesday. So for y'all that miss Unhinged, y'all got Mr. Mike Unhinged and Mr. Who Loves Your Baby on their podcast Unhinged. Y'all tap in with them on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. 7 o'clock Eastern. Yeah.
We got Coach A pulling up on us this Wednesday.
Say Coach A will be on Unhinged. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Coach A will be on Unhinged.
Now we gotta tone it down.
Look out for that. Nah, don't tone it down just because Coach A. Y'all do y'all thing. No,
You
y'all
know what he
thing.
signed up for.
Yeah, he knows
Oh,
exactly
you
what he
do.
signed up for.
We about to corrupt Coach A.
Y'all no, don't do Coach A like that. He know what he signed up for. But we got that. We got. I think we'll be back for in game next week. We'll have some football to be talking about.
We got football and we have baseball now.
Oh, we got baseball to talk about too, for all you baseball lovers. So we'll be back on in game on Tuesday, and then you'll see us again next week on Saturday. So it's a family talk, man. It's a family talk with the CEO. You got Nick the Legend. You got Telly, Mr. Who Loves Your Baby, and you got Mike Unhinged. Hey, and I know we've been forgetting lately, but I'm finna say it, man. We not just a podcast.
It's a family.
We're a family.
We're a family. So y'all have a good one. Have a blessed one. We'll see y'all next week on Unhinged. We out here.
Tell them I ain't mad if they hate no. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Can't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good.